Hi there, it's Dr. Erika again, founder of Restore and author of The Brain-Friendly Workplace. It's great to have you back here with me for video 3 of this free video workshop called Healing Work Hurts. In this video, I'm going to outline the exact steps you can take to help you make the mindset shifts you'll want to take in order to fully restore yourself after experiencing a work hurt. It's likely that you're a bright professional and you aren't sure how to regain your confidence and productivity going forward. Or you're an HR operations or safety, health, and wellness leader who isn't finding specific, thorough, science-based, practical tools to help restore staff who have experienced a work hurt and sorely need something to do that. So in this video, I'll show you how curious, capable professionals like you can make life-changing mindset shifts. Okay, in video 1, we talked about how now is the right time to put some space between your emotions and your thoughts and actions, right? And the reason was we needed some way to help us get some immediate relief from the anxiety and stress and feeling of being pent up and on edge all the time. Then in video 2, we talked about the first step to take to step into a new version of work for yourself. And that was about, maybe for the first time, articulating exactly what it is that you do and don't want at work. In other words, your work values. So if you haven't seen those 2 videos yet, go back and watch them. And don't forget to download and print the worksheets that go along with each one. And then come back. I'll be here. Today, as I said, I'm going to give you the complete blueprint to making mindset shifts. We talk a lot about how we need to do that, how it's important to have a strong mindset and a positive mindset, but rarely do we hear or see a methodology that walks you through exactly how to do that. I've got it for you. Cementing a solid, healthy mindset will pay huge dividends from today forward. So it's definitely one of the most effective self-development or activities that you can put effort into. So now go ahead and click the download link around this video for the Minding Your Mindset worksheet, and that will show you a step of the process I'm about to talk through. Now, we don't generally make changes until we are clear about where we're coming from and clear about where we're going to, and you need to be motivated by something to push you from the from to the to, right? So we've got the motivation down. We know that you are motivated to make change and to not continue living life and doing work the same way you have been doing, or you wouldn't have started this workshop in the first place, right? And you keep clicking the videos and watching them through as well. So there's your motivation. You've got energy to not continue feeling the way you're feeling. When you took the first quiz that got you into this workshop, that gave you a sense of what you were moving from, because it helped you articulate and label some of the feelings and behaviors in yourself that you're not happy with. So there's the from. Then in video 2, you articulated what you're moving to when you did the what I don't want and what I do want activity, right? We've covered motivation, we've got the from, and we've got the to. Now we need the how. And here comes the how. Got the roadmap in hand? Good. So step 1, as you'll see, step 1 is to identify your goals. And you already started this. Back in the second video, the work values activity was the start of this. You can pull that worksheet back and see that you've already mapped out what you do want. Step 2 is to uncover your blocks. This is not simple and it's not intuitive because we have a hard time seeing our own blocks. We're in our own minds. It's incredible to talk to a mindset expert or coach because they can spot mindset blocks in a matter of a few minutes. But we don't notice them because we've had them for such a long time. Oftentimes the people who are closest to us, who we see the most, share some of those mindset blocks as well. And so it's likely that the people closest to us are not pushing us to get out of our own, to burst down some of our mindset blocks either. So because of this, I've given you an extra tool, a bonus tool that you can also download here. And it's called Detecting Mindset Blocks. And it's a starter It's not going to get you through all of the mindset blocks that you might have, but it helps you start a process of identifying what they are so that you can then move them. Okay, step 3 of minding your mindset, the process to shift them. Once you know what a few of the mindset blocks are, you decide to pick one, because it's not effective to try to shift a bunch at the same time. I would start with one. Pick a block that you're going to spend some energy and time around. Now, this is the step that feels the most foreign, because even if we've been aware that we have had some blocks in the past, what is least familiar to us is blasting through them. That is what we do the least. We have the least practice about it. And we often don't see it when other people are doing this work. So it's elusive. Here's an example. Let's say that one of your mindset blocks is, I'm stuck in my job. I have no other options. I'm trapped there. We're going to start challenging that belief by asking yourself questions like, what evidence do I have that I am trapped in my job and I have no other options? And then, if I'm thinking outside the box, what options might be there that I'm ignoring or I'm afraid of? This can be a step that's useful to do with a trusted partner. Again, because sometimes we can't see the forest for the trees, we're so ingrained in the way we see things and don't see things. Step 4, new habits and systems. Ooh, I love this one. So you've got your goals, you've discovered a mindset block or two, you have started working on challenging them to loosen them and then blast them away. But now, how do you cement those new mindset beliefs in place so you don't slip back into your old habits? So what will hold your new mindset in place? Things like, this might sound odd, things like being very intentional and careful about who you follow and don't follow on social media. Why? Because chances are you're scrolling through social media every day, and it's not accidental or random what you see, right? What you see on your feeds is a product of what you have liked, pages, people that you have liked, what you have visited before. It's all based on algorithms. So if that's true, and there are negative people, negative sites, negative pages that pop up here and make you upset or give you bad memories or anything negative, you can change that. So make a project of going through your profile to see what pages and people you are connected to, and hide or unfollow those that aren't going to support you in your new mindset beliefs. And then part B, start to follow people and pages that will pull you further into the new version of yourself. So you can really shift what you see and therefore what's reinforced in your head all day long by curating your social media feeds. Another quick tip for how to cement the mindset beliefs that you want, and this one has to do with how you wake up and how you go to bed. So if you are a person who wakes up by slamming your hand on the alarm to turn it off, rolling out of bed and doing your morning routine sort of in a zombie state, and then you go to bed by just crashing into bed and hoping you could fall asleep as quickly as possible, there is some room for improvement that will help you cement your new mindset. So the most successful and happy people wake up with a morning routine. Doesn't have to be long or complicated, it can be, but it can also be simple and quick. You could try a wake-up song that peps you up and gets you feeling upbeat right away. You can adjust what or when you eat and drink. We often wake up, most of the time wake up slightly dehydrated. Do you wake up and have a glass of water? If not, there's a space for improvement that can really affect your whole mood. Before you leave for work, acknowledge being glad for this day and identify in your head or in your journal, what 1, 2, or 3 things would you be happy about accomplishing today? They can be small or big. They can be trimming my nails, or they can be finishing the report I've been working on for a month. So it doesn't matter what they are. Nobody else will see this, but just be honest with yourself. What 1, 2, or 3 things would you feel good about getting to today? And then sort of the reverse, or the bookend of that activity, is when you go to bed at night, again, say some thanks, feel some gratitude for having had the day, and identify in your head, out loud, or in a journal, what 1, 2, or 3 things are you grateful for today? Again, only for you. It could be small or big, whatever is meaningful to you. It could be, I got to pet a dog today at the park. I love dogs. It could be, I had a good conversation with a coworker that I usually argue with. It could be, my teenage daughter gave me a hug today, and those are rare. Okay, there's more where this comes from, but that will get you started. Now we're on to step 5, the new and improved you. And here we are fine-tuning, we are tweaking effectiveness and productivity. So you've cemented, you've got your goals. You've got your blocks, blasting through the blocks, cementing your new mindset by changing your surroundings and your reinforcers, right? New systems, new people, new feeds. Now you're tweaking your personal productivity. So here we're looking for joyful activities that you can sprinkle throughout your days and weeks that you may have lost sight of. So here's an example from my own life. I love to create art, but by the time I was a sophomore or junior in high school, I was no longer in any art class. And then somewhere along the line, I started to believe that I had no talent as an artist. Well, it doesn't matter. I love it anyway, and I really enjoy it when I'm doing art projects with my kids. So this year, I started buying canvases when they were on sale at the craft store. I have a collection of acrylic paints that I like and paintbrushes, and I go down to the arts and crafts room in my home, and once or twice a week, I just play with colors. I don't make a painting, and it is so joyful. So any little thing or big thing that you find joy in, look for ways to sprinkle that back into your life. Now, I've visited each of these 5 steps pretty quickly, and in the program that I'll tell you about shortly, we go into much more detail on all of those, but I wanted to give you an idea of what that looked like, the mindset shifting process. Let's do a quick review of what we've learned today. You can't just snap your fingers and change a mindset. There's a solid process to making mindset changes. And it takes some time, but it is so worthwhile. And it is the foundation of recovering from a work hurt. Isn't it easier seeing how these blocks fit together? And most importantly, doesn't it feel good knowing what you could focus on right now that would help you take some steps forward? Do you see how this clarity could help you restore your full confidence, productivity, and performance faster and more easily? Now that you've got those wheels turning, I want to hear from you. So tell me in the comments what you're going to do first. And if you found this video helpful or this workshop helpful so far, please feel free to share it on Facebook, Twitter, or LinkedIn, or give the URL to a friend. In the next and last video, I'm going to show you how to implement what you learned today and in the last 2 videos more easily and more quickly. If you're a bright professional or an HR operations or wellness leader, this will lay out the exact plan, the journey that will restore you from your work hurt. Speaking of learning how to restore full confidence, hope, focus, and performance again, we've been hearing from a number of people who've had questions about the restoration path that I've mentioned, the journey, and the Restore program. And I'd love to see you in there. So in the next and last video, we'll talk more about the program, what it is, how you can join if it's right for you, how you know if it's right for you, what you get. And the way it works is that I open the membership program to the general public several times a year, and the rest of the year it's closed. So registration opens for a short time, and then it closes so I can create space and attention given to the members that are currently in the group. And we're helping support you, members like you, from whatever stage of this restoration process they're on, along the journey, along the path towards full recovery. So if you're interested in moving forward and you want to know what this could look like, make sure you join us on the next video to see it spelled out. There's no obligation, but it might be of interest to you. So for now, I want to leave you with this. Just by taking this workshop, you are already closer to knowing how to restore yourself at work. Think about video 1, where you learned how to put space between your immediate feelings and your responses. That training alone should be helping you relax, ease the anxiety and the dread. In video 2, you saw how to reshape your vision of work by identifying clearly what you do and don't want there, what is important to you at work, and what do you want to avoid. And then today in video 3, You got the blueprint for how you make mindset shifts. Isn't it easier knowing these steps with some tools to help you? So in just a few days, you've learned a lot about how to restore confidence, hope, focus, and performance. And in the next video, I'll share what could be the next step on your journey. I'm so excited about what's in store for you, and I'll see you in the next video.